Hey everyone, I'm gonna show you how to make this dog cot yourself. We're gonna use a old or a new one, camping chair. It can be the cheap ones, it's no problem. You have to take it out of the bag and then keep it because you're gonna use it after to store your own bed in it. You need a screwdriver, and then you get two. So first up, you have to unscrew back here. So unscrew here, and pull it off. After that, there will be these plastic caps on top of the stick, and just pull it out and save it for later. Then you pull off these armrests here and on the other side too. Turn the chair over, unscrew at the bottom of the armrests. There should be a screw that holds the armrests on the poles, and then just pull it off. There's also a cap on the end here, also pull it off. Same on the other side, unscrew, pull it off, and pull the cap off. Then you just have to pull the fabric part of the chair off of the metal part. It should be pretty simple. There's no screws left here to hold it down, so just pull it off. And that's it. Then you're left with this metal part. First up, what you have to do, you have to get rid of this poles that hold the backrest. So what you do is you unscrew at the bottom. So here you unscrew the pole and just pull it out and save it for later. Do the same on the other side, so unscrew and pull it out and save for later. After that, you're left with this metal part, and the only thing you have left are these poles that hold the armrests on that you can't unscrew, but you have to sew it off. So an electric sew or just an ordinary one, but it has to be for metal, so no wood saws. Metal saw. So when you sew it off, you're left with this part here, like this. So that's what you're left with. One thing you have to be careful about: the edges where you sew off the poles for the armrests are pretty sharp. So maybe fill it in, that's what I still have to do, fill it in with some plastic or some rubber or something like that, just to, as a precaution. So then, what you're left with is this metal part, and now you have to make yourself a fabric. Hop it up. Hop it up. Not a good girl. And here, so what you want to do for the fabric, you want to use a pretty similar fabric than what was the original fabric on the chair. At first I used this pretty soft shell pink one because I really like the color and everything, and the top is really washable and not as warm, so it's pretty awesome for the summer. And then on the other side of the fabric, there's a super soft fleecy part that it can be used for winter or just to make it more comfy for the dogs. But one thing the soft shell fabric is not good for is when you put it on. Show you. Just put on. it's too stretchy. So what it does with the bed when the dog sits on, it goes flat. So I had to figure out something else with this, and I used more similar fabric that is for the original chair. So this is non-stretchy. It's just a normal, like what I had at home, and sew it the same way as you do the soft shell one. I will tell you the basics here and maybe add in the description all the measurements in centimeters and in inches. But when you do this non-stretchy fabric, when you put it on, it's great because it holds the metal construction so it doesn't go flat. And then what I did was just have that as a basis and then put the soft shell one over, so it's still pretty and soft and everything. So that is the basics. And then as an add-on, you can have this, because this soft shell fabric is two-sided. So one is this smooth, not as warm side, that's washable and I think also waterproof. And then the other side is this soft fleecy part. So I did it like that, so that is double-sided. And if you want either side, just flip over this the stuff that holds the fabric on the metal part, and just flip it over, and then you can use it on the other side if you want. So it's pretty simple. Just flip over and you have this side, or flip over and you have this side when you put it on. The basics of how to sew the fabric part of the bed. You have to have the two squares of fabric that are the measurements from one side to the other of the metal part. So here it's about 60 centimeters. I will put it in the description what that is in inches, I don't know. And you have to have in the fabric a few centimeters or an inch or two extra of fabric, just so you have a bit more space to work with. And then you have two squares of 60 by 60 plus a few inches or centimeters. And then you also need 4 triangles that will make this part here. So I just put a fabric on the corner and just cut a triangle from the fabric. When you have all the 2 squares and 4 triangles of fabric cut, you just put the wrong sides together. So here, because I wanted to do two-sided fabric or bed, whatever, I put the smooth part against the fleecy part of the other square, and then in between I put this triangles on the corner, so that the short sides are with the corner of the squares. So like this. So the short sides of the triangles go on the corner inside, and then you just sew it all around, except for a few, like 10 centimeters, or that would be approximately like 4 inches. You leave yourself a bit of space so that you can turn it inside out, and that's how you get this pretty well sewn together piece of bed. And then after, you just sew this part that was left open like this, and you have your fabric part. One additional thing I did before doing this non-stretchy fabric, to hold the bed better and to have it more, for it to be more sturdy, I took these long poles that were for the bed rest and I cut them. And you have to be careful because on one side the hole for the screw, so this is at the bottom where it goes into the plastic part and you can put a screw through it. So from here, measure up to where you want the bed to go down to, and you are left with this small part. Then just use the caps that you saved from before and put it on. So it's off. Sky dust. And then just with the screw you had before in this one, put it in and screw it in. So this leaves the bed more sturdy, so it can't go any lower than what's the height of this stick. Here I think the height is about like 20 centimeters maybe. It depends on the size of the chair and how low you want it to be. Also the measurements for this for the fabric part will be depending on how high or low you want your bed to be. So just measure from one side to the other and that's your measurement. So this is the part I will keep in my bag with the bed and just use it if I see necessary, or maybe when the bed gets more not as stable as it is now. And then you have yourself the bag from the chair you used before. Just put on this like this, put it on, fold it and store it in the bag, and you can take it anywhere with you. Like, there's quite a bit of fabric here, so it goes a bit not as smooth into it. And then just put those in, and you have yourself a foldable bed to take anywhere with you. Like this. Yeah, sometimes they will come off. Just put it in. Sky, hop it up, hop it up. Yeah, and you have yourself a brand new, or maybe from a used chair, bed